Hello, hello. What's up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I just got done watching the return of Season 6, the halfway premiere, mid-season premiere of The Walking Dead. My God, this episode, I had to talk about this immediately after watching. Let's jump right into this. The episode is called No Way Out. It was directed by Greg Nicotero, which makes perfect sense after watching this. This has to be one of their best episodes ever. I'm not saying it was the best writing. There's been great dialogue moments and just great story-driven episodes. And I'm not even saying this was the most action-packed, but it was up there for intensity, drama, action, zombie kills galore. At the very beginning, we see a continuation of almost after credits scene from the mid-season finale, where Daryl, Sasha, and Abraham were driving back and they get stopped by Negan's gang, who was quick to steal their guns, and they were going to steal some more shit, whatever they could find. And this scene was very tense, especially when one of the gang members took Daryl to the RV and they were back there. Because then I thought, okay, I'm about 90% sure that they're not going to kill Daryl, at least anytime soon. Not right this second. So when it was just Abraham and Sasha, anything could happen. There's a certain type of characters on this show that they're not safe. They really could go at any moment. And when this fucker in the gang was toying with whether or not he was going to shoot them, he kept saying, "Oh, I'm going to kill you. Oh, no, I'm not. Actually, you know what? I'm going to kill you." And Sasha was trying to talk him down. I thought he was going to kill them both. If not, at the very least, one of them. Until a huge fucking explosion happens. I literally jumped out of my seat and said, "Holy fuck! What just happened?" Like, was there a fucking bomb planted in one of the guns or something? Which I know that sounds idiotic, but what else am I thinking? Until you see Daryl come in with a fucking bazooka. Now, maybe I forget. Maybe I forget that in the last episode where they had their own episode, the three of them, and they found the RV and found some guns and stuff. Oh yeah, it was Abraham who found the bazooka. See, I forget until right this moment that he did find a bazooka. Well, there's the payoff. One hell of a payoff, I might add. Then you jump to Alexandria, where it's almost a continuation of what we saw at the end of the mid-season finale, where Rick and the group covered themselves in zombie guts and were making their way through the zombies, and it was working. And you know what? Gabriel stepped up. Pastor Gabriel, who I have not liked at all in any of his episodes, appearances, whatever. I still don't like him, but you know what? He's making an improvement. He's going in the right direction. The fact that he took baby Judith and he went off and protected her and saved her. Okay, fine. You got like 5 bad strikes versus 1 good deed. Let's see how well he can keep that up. Now, Sam, Jesse's youngest son. I get it. This kid's young. He's very young. I know. If I was his age, I'd probably be the same exact fucking way. I'm not going to pretend like if I was 11 or whatever, I'd be some big bad fucking tough dude and be able to handle the zombie apocalypse. Hell, me at my age now, I don't think I could handle the zombie apocalypse. Okay, fine. But it's for some reason when you're sitting here watching a show and you're seeing certain characters act a certain way that pisses you the fuck off. I wanted to smack this kid around. Not only when he was yelling his mom's name in the last episode, but here, when he freezes, look, he saw the little kid that was a walker that freaked him out. Again, I get it. But shit! I was not expecting those walkers to pounce on him like that and start eating his face off. That was disturbing. It was. You almost forget. It's like you're sitting there getting pissed at him, telling him to fucking move until he does get eaten, until he does get ripped apart, and you think, holy fuck, this is a kid. This is a little fucking kid that this show just killed off. Not the first, probably not the last, but that was brutal. And Jessie, his mom, is freaking out with good reason. It's almost like she's first mortified, then she's screaming out loud audibly, and then she's in shock. And as she's in shock, walkers pounce on her, and I'm like, fuck, Jessie, no. She was cute. And I kind of wanted Rick to at least get some, you know? I mean, at least get, I guess not. I guess that wasn't in the cards. Even Rick was broken up over it. Rick even had to cut her arm off because it was still holding on to Carl. And then what do you know? Ron, the other son, who still wanted revenge for Rick killing his father, and that too was another situation where maybe I should be more understanding towards Ron's mental state. But it's Rick. It's my group. I will be biased and say, fuck you, Ron. I'm glad Michonne came up and shanked his ass. And then he got eaten as well. So, wow, we lost three, whether you like them or not, three pretty big characters on the show, all in one fell swoop. I was shocked. I was freaking out. It just seemed like they were going to kill them all at that moment. But right before Ron got killed, he did get a gunshot out. And you see Carl turn to his father, and he's missing his eye. Carl was shot in the fucking eye by this kid. Rick picks him up, and he's carrying him, and they're going through the herd. Michonne's fucking hacking like crazy. They get to a house, and they're trying to work on Carl. He looks fucking dead. He looks lifeless. Before I go any further, let's talk about some other things, like the wolf member that Morgan kept alive. He has Denise, and they have an interesting moment where he's like, okay, we're going to make way for this ladder and get out. And when they go there, Denise is about to get eaten. Of course, like, it's funny how the walkers quickly pounce and eat on certain characters, but when it comes to a character they're not supposed to eat, then that's when it's a whole struggle. Whatever. Maybe she saw them coming. But the wolf guy came up and protected her and helped her, at least. And who knows? It could be because he needed her. She is a doctor. But then he got bit in the arm. And she immediately says, I can save your life if you take me to the infirmary. And he's doing so. But even he stops and says, I could have just run off. Like, even he's saying out loud, why did I help you? And she said, maybe it's because you're changing for the good. And you know what? I saw a look in his face that made me buy that there was saving in him. I know Morgan tried it, and I know he told him his story, and this wolf guy was even like, fuck you, I'm going to kill you all anyways. I don't give a fuck about your ninja story. And so then he looked lost and gone. But this moment, I don't know. It could have been bullshit, or I could have bought it. Now, when they went again out there, Carol shot this wolf guy, and this is what makes me think even more that he was changing for the good, because he knew he was dead, pretty much. And even in his dying moment, he grabbed more walkers and told Denise to run. So again, we'll never know for sure, but still, I liked that glimmer of hope. It shows that whoever people are in this wolf group, that maybe, just maybe, there was saving to them. Now, Glenn and Enid are trying to save Maggie, who's stuck up top of that little display, and man, when Glenn was shooting to get the walkers away from them, and then the herd was closing in on him, it was one of those situations where we already teased Glenn dying from a herd, and I thought to myself, okay, he's gonna fucking die this time. Because, like, how could he get out of this? And then, of course, at the last second, Sasha and Abraham shoot them all up. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad Glenn didn't die. But it's like, enough with the teasing of Glenn dying. Please, I mentally can't take it anymore. Now, Rick went apeshit. He was so upset over Carl and just in general. I don't know if he went out there for a death wish. But when he went out the door by himself and went to commercial, I yelled out loud, "Somebody stop him!" Because he goes crazy when he goes crazy. And he was out there hacking and stabbing as many walkers as he could. Finally, the group goes out there to help him. And then even more people who are hiding out in other houses go out there to help out. And I like that. Even when Rick was talking at the very end of the episode, even he realizes that there is hope for these people. They are willing to fight if they have to. And that's what I like. I like seeing just all of them in a circle, hacking away at the walkers coming at them. Now, is it believable that none of them got bit at this point? That not one fucking person got bit? No. I was even sort of waiting for somebody to get bit because there was a lot of walkers, a lot of shit going on. Maybe somebody should have. But if you think about it, so many people had died already. That's like, well, how many people are we going to fucking kill all in one episode? So they didn't do it. I love that Daryl showed up and he started a fire with the bazooka. The bazooka got a lot of FaceTime in this episode. Started a fire, lured some of the walkers towards it. Even some of them went towards the fire and burnt up. This episode was action-packed. I loved it. That's how you come back from a hiatus. With a bang! I loved it. I'm so glad that the show is back. Let me know in the comments below if you saw this episode. Well, I hope you saw it. I just fucking spoiled everything. Let me know in the comments below what you think of it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!